like that?
You just roar because I outswam you, mate.
Saving lives isn't part of competition on my beach.
Oh my God! No!
Today, we're going to take a look back at the unforgettable cast of Baywatch, 1989 to 2001. This iconic series captured the hearts of millions with its sun-soaked beaches, thrilling rescues, and unforgettable characters. Some of its stars have gone on to incredible journeys in Hollywood and beyond, and some, sadly, faced struggles along the way. Do you still remember the slow-motion runs across the sand, the dramatic rescues in the surf, and the unforgettable theme song that defined an era?
Some people stand in the darkness.
It's hard to believe decades have passed since the world first fell in love with the lifeguards of Malibu. In this video, we'll revisit the lives of the Baywatch cast, from their breakout roles in the series to their careers and lives today in 2025. You'll see rare then and now images, learn about their triumphs and challenges, and discover how each of them is doing now. If you enjoy this nostalgic journey back to the beaches of the 90s, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can continue bringing you more stories from the stars of our childhood. And stay tuned. You might be surprised at the transformation of actor number 3. Mitch Buchanan, portrayed by David Hasselhoff, was the fearless leader and moral compass of Baywatch. Tall, broad-shouldered, and instantly recognizable with his commanding voice, Mitch embodied the heroic archetype, dedicated, compassionate, and willing to sacrifice for others. One unforgettable moment was when he risked drowning to save multiple swimmers in a storm, capturing his unwavering bravery. David Hasselhoff, born July 17, 1952, was 37 when the series debuted in 1989. By 2025, he is 73 and still alive, celebrated as both a television legend and a pop culture phenomenon. He often recalled with humor how the iconic red shorts felt like a second skin after so many seasons. Both on and off screen, David's leadership shaped Baywatch, and his legacy as Mitch endures as one of TV's most unforgettable heroes. Hobie Buchanan, brought to life by Jeremy Jackson, represented innocence, growth, and the challenges of being the son of a hero. As Mitch's child, Hobie often played a supporting role, balancing fun-loving mischief with moments of teenage rebellion and heartfelt vulnerability. Fans still remember his boyish smile and emotional storylines, such as when he nearly drowned while surfing but was saved by his father, cementing their unbreakable bond. Jeremy Jackson, born October 16, 1980, was just 9 when he began the role, making him one of the show's youngest stars. In 2025, at 44, he is alive, having overcome public struggles with addiction. Jeremy has spoken openly about the pressures of growing up on the beach set, admitting that fame was both a blessing and a burden. Today, his honesty and resilience give Hobie's legacy even deeper meaning. Michael "Noomy" Newman, played by Michael Newman, was the everyman of Baywatch, known for his humor and authenticity. Unlike the glamorous lifeguards, Noomy was down to earth, with sandy blonde hair, a friendly grin, and a knack for lightening tense situations. Audiences loved his comic relief, yet he also shone in emotional arcs where his courage prevailed, proving that even the unlikeliest hero could save the day. Michael Newman, born August 13, 1955, was 34 when the series started. In 2025, at 70, he is alive and celebrated as the only actual lifeguard among the cast, bringing real-life rescue expertise to filming. Cast members often leaned on him for authentic training, and he once quipped, "I was just doing my day job, only with cameras." His legacy is cherished as the beating heart of Baywatch's realism and charm. C.J. Parker, portrayed by Pamela Anderson, became the embodiment of Baywatch glamour. As one of the main characters, C.J. was known for her stunning looks, long blonde hair, radiant smile, and iconic slow-motion runs. Yet beneath the glamour was a kind, empathetic lifeguard who often comforted the vulnerable, showing that her beauty was matched by compassion. Pamela Anderson, born July 1st, 1967, was 26 when she joined in 1992, and her role catapulted her into global stardom. By 2025, at 58, she is alive and admired not only as a pop culture icon, but also as an activist for animal rights and women's empowerment. Pamela has reflected with bittersweet honesty that C.J. typecast her, once saying, "The swimsuit gave me everything and took away everything." Still, her portrayal defined an era, making her one of television's most iconic figures. Brad and Chris, both portrayed by Chris Fiore, were minor yet memorable figures who added texture to the ensemble of Baywatch. Though supporting characters, they brought youthful charisma and lighthearted energy, often appearing in scenes of camaraderie and beachside antics. Brad was remembered for his confident, sometimes over-the-top charm, while Chris carried a similar presence, both roles embodying the carefree spirit of Southern California's surf culture. Chris Fiore, born in 1962, was about 27 when he appeared on the show. In 2025, at 63, he is alive, but has largely stepped away from Hollywood, occasionally engaging with fans at conventions. While his screen time was limited, his presence contributed to the feeling of a vibrant, lived-in beach community. For longtime fans, his characters are remembered as small but shining pieces of Baywatch's nostalgic mosaic. Garner Ellaby, portrayed by Gregory Allen Williams, was Baywatch's reliable police officer, bridging the world of law enforcement with the lifeguard's daring rescues. With his authoritative presence, calm demeanor, and unmistakable baritone voice, Garner often stepped in during the show's more dangerous confrontations, balancing strength with humor. Later, Gregory also appeared as Sly Hutchinson, showcasing his versatility. Born June 12, 1956, Gregory was 33 when the series began. In 2025, at 69, he remains alive, admired as both an actor and an author. Behind the scenes, he was known for mentoring younger cast members and for his resilience, especially after surviving the 1992 Los Angeles riots, which deeply shaped his advocacy for justice. Fans recall him as the unsung protector of Baywatch, a character whose loyalty made him unforgettable. Stephanie Holden, played by Alexandra Paul, quickly became a fan favorite for her intelligence, moral strength, and grace under pressure. As a main character, Stephanie was not just a lifeguard, but a role model, remembered for her courage and calm leadership. Her distinctive short brunette hair and piercing eyes gave her an elegant, professional presence. The most emotional turning point came in her tragic on-screen death, which devastated fans worldwide. Alexandra Paul, born July 29, 1963, was 30 when she joined the cast in 1993. By 2025, at 62, she is alive and continues to be a dedicated activist, especially for environmental and human rights causes. She once reflected, Stephanie's death was heartbreaking, but it showed the audience that lifeguards were human too. Her role remains one of the show's most emotional legacies. J.D. Darius, brought to life by Michael Bergen, was the charismatic, adventurous lifeguard whose confidence and athleticism made him a standout figure in the later seasons. J.D. was bold, competitive, and fiercely loyal, remembered for his striking looks and impressive water rescues. One unforgettable moment was his intense rivalry with other lifeguards, which often tested his pride but also revealed his growth. Michael Bergen, born March 18, 1969, was 28 when he joined Baywatch in the late 1990s. By 2025, at 56, he is alive, remembered both for his acting career and his prominence as a Calvin Klein model. Off-screen, Michael shared how Baywatch brought him lifelong friendships, and he once described J.D. as a lifeguard with swagger, but also heart. His role symbolized the show's later evolution into youthful energy and glamour. Cody Madison, portrayed by David Chokachi, was the blonde, athletic lifeguard whose charm and sincerity won audiences over in the 1990s. As a central character, Cody embodied both heroism and romantic vulnerability, remembered especially for his relationship with CJ and his daring rescues. His toned physique and boy-next-door smile made him a heartthrob of the series. David Chokachi, born January 16, 1968, was 28 when he debuted in 1996. By 2025, at 57, he is alive and active in television and advocacy work, often speaking about environmental issues. Behind the scenes, he was admired for his friendly spirit and willingness to perform his own stunts, often saying that surfing and water work were his happy place. Cody remains a symbol of Baywatch's golden era energy, blending romance, action, and charm seamlessly. Caroline Holden, played by Yasmin Bleeth, was Stephanie's younger sister, a spirited and passionate lifeguard who brought warmth and intensity to Baywatch. Caroline was known for her dark hair, striking beauty, and emotional depth, often torn between love and responsibility. A particularly memorable storyline was her complicated romance with Logan, which revealed her vulnerability. Yasmin Bleeth, born June 14, 1968, was 26 when she joined in 1994. In 2025, at 57, she is alive but largely retired from acting, having stepped away from the spotlight after struggles with substance abuse in the early 2000s. Fans still remember her candidness, once admitting, "Baywatch gave me the best years and the hardest lessons." Though her career was turbulent, Yasmin's portrayal of Caroline remains beloved, her legacy tied to one of the show's most heartfelt character arcs. Matt Brody, portrayed by David Charvet, was introduced as the rebellious yet charming young lifeguard whose fiery spirit often clashed with authority. As a supporting hero, Matt carried an air of arrogance, but ultimately showed a big heart, particularly in storylines where he fought to prove himself. His chiseled good looks, surfer boy hair, and intense eyes made him a fan favorite, especially during his romance with Summer. David Charvet, born May 15, 1972, was just 20 when he joined Baywatch in 1992. By 2025, he is 53 and alive, having transitioned from acting to a successful career in real estate development. In interviews, he reflected that Matt's rebellious streak mirrored his own youth. Fans remember him as the brooding heartthrob whose journey from reckless lifeguard to dependable teammate captured the essence of coming of age. Neely Capshaw, brought to life by Gina Lee Nolan, was one of Baywatch's most controversial figures. Unlike the heroic lifeguards, Neely often served as an antagonist, known for her manipulative ways, fierce independence, and fiery temper. With her long blonde hair and piercing blue eyes, she was striking, but her selfishness created constant conflict. One unforgettable moment came when Neely lied about a rescue, sparking outrage among her colleagues. Gina Lee Nolan, born November 29, 1971, was 23 when she joined the cast in 1995. By 2025, she is 53 and alive, celebrated as an actress and author who spoke openly about her struggles with thyroid disease. Gina has said she enjoyed playing Neely because it was fun to be bad. Today, fans see her as one of the most memorable villains in Baywatch history. April Gaminsky, portrayed by Kelly Packard, was the wholesome and kind-hearted lifeguard who brought youthful optimism to the series. April's sweet nature, golden hair, and sunny smile made her a refreshing presence, especially as she formed heartfelt connections with the team. Kelly also briefly played Beth Campfield in earlier seasons, showcasing her range. April's most emotional storyline was her romance with Manny, which gave the show a tender layer. Kelly Packard, born January 29, 1975, was 21 when she debuted as April in 1996. In 2025, at 50, she is alive, having stepped away from Hollywood to focus on family life and her faith. Kelly has often recalled with fondness how fans connected with April's innocence, saying she felt like the girl next door on the beach. Her characters remain symbols of warmth and sincerity. Jim Barnett, played by Gregory J. Barnett, was a recurring lifeguard whose presence added authenticity to the team. Though not always in the spotlight, Jim was dependable and steady, often seen assisting in rescues and providing background support during dramatic moments. With his strong build and steady demeanor, he embodied the unsung heroes of the beach. Gregory J. Barnett, born May 18, 1956, was 33 when Baywatch began. By 2025, at 69, he is alive, remembered not only as an actor, but also as a prolific stunt coordinator who worked on some of Hollywood's biggest productions. Colleagues often praised his bravery behind the scenes, where he performed dangerous stunts to ensure the show's action looked authentic. Jim may not have had the dramatic arcs of others, but Gregory's contributions helped shape Baywatch's thrilling realism. Logan Fowler, portrayed by Jason Simmons, was the fiery and ambitious lifeguard whose rugged, good looks and tempestuous personality created constant drama. Logan was competitive, sometimes reckless, and his volatile relationship with Carolyn became one of the show's most gripping romances. Fans remember his piercing eyes, Australian accent, and intensity that often bordered on self-destructive. Jason Simmons, born July 12, 1970, was 23 when he joined Baywatch in 1994. In 2025, at 55, he is alive and living largely out of the Hollywood spotlight after a career that included stage acting. In 2008, Jason came out publicly, earning admiration for his courage and honesty. He later admitted Logan's hot-headed nature wasn't far from his own in youth, calling the role a lesson in temper and redemption. Logan remains one of Baywatch's most complex figures. Eddie Kramer, portrayed by Billy Warlock, was one of the original lifeguards who embodied the role of a young hero learning responsibility. Eddie's hot-headed nature and passionate spirit often clashed with authority, but his devotion to saving lives and his tender romance with Shawnee revealed his softer side. Fans remember his athletic build, intense gaze, and especially his emotional proposal to Shawnee, one of the show's defining love stories. Billy Warlock, born March 26, 1961, was 28 when Baywatch premiered in 1989. By 2025, he is 64 and alive, still admired by fans for his early contribution to the show's success. Behind the scenes, Billy recalled how filming long days in the surf was both exhausting and exhilarating. His portrayal of Eddie left a legacy of youthful passion and true heart among the lifeguards. Shawnee McClain, played by Erica Eleniak, was the sweet and innocent rookie lifeguard whose vulnerability made her instantly relatable. With her golden hair, bright eyes, and radiant smile, Shawnee captured hearts as she navigated the challenges of proving herself. Her romance with Eddie gave the show one of its most heartfelt arcs, especially the episode when she nearly drowned and Eddie saved her, solidifying their love story. Erica Eleniak, born September 29, 1969, was only 20 when the series began. By 2025, she is 55 and alive, having stepped back from Hollywood to focus on writing and family. Erica has often shared how the show typecast her as a beach beauty, but she embraced Shawnee's warmth, saying she had heart, and that's what kept her real. Fans remember her as one of Baywatch's original shining stars. Sean Monroe, portrayed by Jason Brooks, was introduced as a wise and resilient leader in the later years of Baywatch. As the captain, Sean brought stability and maturity to the series, embodying authority without losing compassion. His strong presence, steady eyes, and protective nature made him a figure of trust. Jason also appeared as Brown Goodman in earlier seasons, showing his adaptability in different roles. Jason Brooks, born May 10, 1966, was 33 when he joined the cast. By 2025, at 59, he is alive and continues to work steadily in television. He has spoken fondly of his time on Baywatch, recalling the responsibility of leading the cast during the show's final years. Fans admire Sean as the lifeguard who carried the torch of leadership, guiding the team through the series' dramatic closing chapters. Summer Quinn, brought to life by Nicole Eggert, was the fresh-faced lifeguard whose innocence and determination made her beloved. Summer was defined by her kindness, resilience, and struggles with self-confidence, making her one of the show's most relatable figures. With her girl-next-door beauty and radiant smile, Nicole gave Summer a warmth that fans adored. One memorable arc was Summer's battle with bulimia, a groundbreaking storyline that tackled real issues with sensitivity. Nicole Eggert, born January 13, 1972, was 20 when she debuted in 1992. In 2025, she is 53 and alive, still warmly remembered despite facing her own personal challenges after leaving the spotlight. She once said, "Summer was me. She was vulnerable, but she fought through." Her role remains a testament to Baywatch's willingness to show that even lifeguards faced human struggles. Jason Iowane, portrayed by Jason Momoa, was a strong and charismatic addition to the Baywatch Hawaii era. With his towering frame, long hair, and piercing eyes, Jason became an immediate standout, bringing a mix of youthful energy and quiet wisdom. As a supporting hero, Jason's courage and natural athleticism gave the show a fresh vitality. Born August 1st, 1979, Jason Momoa was only 20 when he joined Baywatch in 1999, years before becoming a global superstar. In 2025, at 46, he is alive and one of Hollywood's most recognizable action stars, celebrated for roles such as Aquaman. Momoa often joked that he was discovered in red shorts and credits the show with starting his career. Fans remember Jason Ioane is the beginning of a remarkable journey for an actor who became a larger-than-life icon. Kekoa Tanaka, portrayed by Stacy Kamano, brought a refreshing energy to the Baywatch Hawaii years. As one of the main lifeguards, Kekoa was strong-willed, graceful, and deeply compassionate, remembered for her striking Hawaiian beauty and fierce dedication to the team. Her most emotional storyline came with her struggles in love and her commitment to protecting her community, which gave depth to her character. Stacy Kamano, born September 17, 1974, was 24 when she joined in 1999. In 2025, she is 50 and alive, living a quieter life away from Hollywood after her time in the spotlight. Stacy has shared that joining Baywatch felt like carrying the weight of a legacy, once saying, "The ocean became my stage." Fans continue to admire her as the face of the show's final chapter, bridging tradition with renewal. Donna Marco, brought to life by Donna D'Errico, became one of the show's most glamorous and intriguing figures. Donna was known for her beauty, charm, and resilience, often caught in dramatic rescues or romantic entanglements. Her long blonde hair and radiant smile made her an unforgettable part of the lifeguard team. One striking storyline involved her decision to rebuild her life after heartbreak, showcasing her emotional depth. Donna D'Errico, born March 30th, 1968, was 28 when she joined the cast in 1996. By 2025, she is 57 and alive, continuing to be a public personality, often making headlines for her timeless looks and adventurous spirit, including daring expeditions like searching for Noah's Ark. She once reflected, "Baywatch gave me a family," and her portrayal of Donna Marco remains a glamorous yet heartfelt part of the series' legacy. Jordan Tate, portrayed by Tracy Bingham, stood out as one of Baywatch's first African-American lifeguards, celebrated for her confidence, warmth, and trailblazing role. With her radiant smile, striking beauty, and bold personality, Jordan was both glamorous and relatable. Fans recall her as the lifeguard who brought inclusivity and representation to the forefront, paving the way for a broader vision of the team. Tracy Bingham, born January 13, 1968, was 28 when she joined in 1996. In 2025, at 57, she is alive and continues to be remembered for her groundbreaking presence on the show. Behind the scenes, she was known for her humor and for embracing the playful energy of beach life. She once said, "Baywatch was more than a job, it was a movement." Jordan's role remains a proud milestone in the series' history. Captain Don Thorpe, portrayed by Monte Markham, was the original leader of the lifeguards before Mitch took command. As a main authority figure, Don was strict, professional, and protective, often portrayed as a seasoned mentor with a no-nonsense approach. His stern expressions, commanding voice, and dedication to discipline made him both respected and feared by his team. Monte Markham, born June 21, 1935, was 54 when Baywatch debuted in 1989. Sadly, he passed away on November 20th, 2022, at the age of 87. His final days were marked by tributes from colleagues who remembered him as a gentleman on and off screen, with David Hasselhoff noting that Monte gave the show its backbone in the early days. His legacy remains that of a veteran actor who lent gravitas and strength to the beach's earliest stories. And just like the waves of Malibu, the memories of Baywatch will forever stay with us, reminding us of the heroes, the drama, and the joy that defined an entire era. These stories aren't just about lifeguards on a beach. They're about the actors who became part of our lives, shaping our childhoods and leaving us with moments we'll never forget. Which actor did you grow up watching? Share your memories with us in the comments.